Good morning, everyone. It's currently Wednesday, the 8th of October, and I haven't picked up the camera for well over a week. After I last did the video, I came down with, well, man flu. So I haven't really touched the camera, I haven't really logged anything because it would have been awful for you guys to see it like that, congested and coughing, and I still have a cough now. But it's Wednesday. We have the first full blood count since the initial one. I did the midway one, which obviously told me my total and free testosterone, but today we've got the full blood count, and I said I was going to take you guys along with that. So that's where we are now. Just pulled up into Middlesbrough. We're a little early, so we're going to go grab a coffee and then get it done. So I'll take you guys with me. Just back from having my bloods done. I didn't take the camera in with me. It was a really busy little what do you call it, clinic, and yeah, it just didn't feel right to ask if I could take the camera in. So had that done now. That's gone off in the post, and hopefully it should be back before the end of the week, if not beginning of the week like it normally does. Pretty excited to see how the numbers fare up. It's been a while since the sort of, well, it's been 12, 13 weeks now. So it'd be good to see what the numbers come back as and see how those changes may be made if needed. I am finding there's been a little bit of a stabilisation in the weight. So I had said before that my weight was increasing. I'm tending to find that is sort of stabilised. It's not increasing anymore, and I'm actually finding I can pull it back down a little bit. So as I said previously in one of the videos, I wanted to ask questions to see how everyone else was coping with it, or if they'd experienced it before in the past. I seem to be rectifying it. Again, not done anything too drastic, just really dialed in on the nutrition a little bit more. Training still stayed the same, and sleep has been pretty consistent as well. And this is with being away. Like, I went away for 4 days, and I really didn't kind of restrict myself on anything. Plenty of coffees, plenty of food throughout the day, a couple of beers on a night, and even an ice cream here and there. So it wasn't like I was being too strict, but I have found that I've managed to keep my weight a little bit more stable. Energy wise, it's hard to tell this week as well, because of obviously being poorly last week. But I feel like I'm coming on the backside of that, so I feel like my energy's getting back. Obviously today I haven't trained for a couple of days, and I'm trying to be as consistent as possible. And obviously there's been no intercourse or anything for 2 days, just due to the fact I wanted to keep everything as consistent as possible when it comes to getting my bloods done. So we'll see how that fares up. But I just going around town there, like, and I've seen people talking all the time about their local area and the state, the health and things that people are subjected to, and it's really kind of upsetting to see so many people in such a bad state of affairs for themselves with their health. I don't go to town very often. Don't really like it. It's not what it used to be. Middlesbrough has some structurally architectural buildings that are just stunning. Lots of like Art Deco style stuff as well, but it's just dire. And as the towns have let themselves go, so are the people. I'm finding it really kind of an eye opener. You know, people put so much money into getting all this shit done in their faces, their lips, their fillers, their Botoxes and all that kind of stuff. And that's all good and well if you're taking care of everything else. But when people are just abusing their bodies, and there's, you know, they're walking badly, they're moving inefficiently, their body fat levels are so high, and yet, you know, they've got this face full of cosmetic procedures and makeup and stuff, And then guys, you know, like obviously the guys don't get so much of the procedures done, but the head to toe in the most expensive designer gear you could find, and yet they're just not optimal. They're not optimal humans, and it makes me kind of glad that I'm in this position where I can take advantage of my health and take advantage of what's available to me. I am going to touch point a little bit more on, I suppose, the outcomes of things, like the things I have found over the last 12 weeks. I've been open and honest about stuff I've found, but I do find that, you know, I am quite in tune with my body. I didn't have a lot of the negative side effects with low testosterone, but I was aware of the things that were causing the issues, and I'm just pleased that I can address those. I am aware of them, because I do worry about the people that are out there and they're just not aware of it. So I'll keep you posted on what my results are. This is going to be a short video this week because obviously being poorly last week, I have a bad chest with it. That's a different story for another video, but I was poorly back in 2021 and I'll touch point on that. But it does affect me in so many different ways when I get just a common cold, that it's something I have to take into a great consideration of things. But I'll keep you posted. I'll update as soon as I get the results. Good afternoon. It's Tuesday the 14th of October, I think, anyway. And I know previously in the video I said I was going to end it, get it uploaded, and wait until I got the results back. But I actually got them back on Sunday, so I've held off on uploading this video so that I can quickly go through the results of my most recent blood test. So they came back Sunday, and I'm now on the high side of my testosterone and my free testosterone. They're actually in the high side of things. Now, they're nothing to worry about. They're just kind of marginally on the high side. And I do have a call tomorrow booked in with the clinic to see what the protocol, plan of action is going to be for that. I don't know if it's because there's been a slight increase in the dose, or whether it's absorption, or it's a factor of the both of them. So we're going to see what that comes back with tomorrow, and see what the plan of action might be. They might just tell me to hold on to it for the next sort of possibly 6 weeks until I do a finger prick test again, see how the numbers are there, and then we'll adjust from that, or whether they tell me to readjust the dose and go back down slightly. I'm not going to change the injection site because, one, it works really well for me. Two, I function much better doing it there. Just feels a lot more comfortable, and I can administrate it a lot easier myself than actually into my stomach. So that's the plan of action with that. But nothing else has really changed apart from the numbers, but I do feel a whole lot better. I know I'm coming off the backside of feeling run down and having a cold and stuff, but just the mental clarity is a lot better now as well. So like I'm constantly a bit more motivated to do things. Sleep is as consistent as ever, really. Training is feeling good. I'm finding that I've spoke about it before in a previous video about aggression, and I don't mean aggression to want to get violent or anything like that, but I'm actually wanting to increase weights, increase the load, work harder, get a little bit more aggressive in the lifts and stuff. So that's really exciting to see that happen. So hopefully we can see some progress there. And I think I mentioned it before about my weight. I've managed to kind of stabilize that, so I'm not gaining weight anymore. It's plateaued, and I'm actually managing to bring it back down a little bit. So fingers crossed, all's well. But I will do a better job of recording what's going on. It's just a pretty boring time for me at the minute. I'm actually currently on building out a new app for clients. The one I've been using well into in the lockdowns, and it was great while it started. And I just, like, I know it doesn't really mean a lot to a lot of people, but I wouldn't have had the mental fortitude to have done this 6 months ago. I would have just kind of kept putting it off and just kept with what I knew. But like, I've sat down, I've learned a new app, I've learned a new protocol, and I've been building that out for clients. And that's just, I can put that down to having the mental clarity now and the fortitude in my mindset to do it. So I am excited to see what the next sort of 6 months has to offer. We're still in the early stages of the sort of the TRT plan. And I know it's not going to be something that is going to be done for 6 to 12 months and then it's done with. Like I've mentioned before, this is a lifelong thing, but I do think a lot of initial changes are going to happen, and then it's just going to be maintaining on the top side of that. But again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you find these videos helpful. If you do, please like the video, share it with those that you might feel it benefits, and it does help the channel a lot if you do subscribe. So thank you again for everyone that has supported it so far. Again, if you have any questions, by all means, just ping them in the comments below, and I'll endeavour to answer them the best way I possibly can.